Well, welcome everyone back to Kitchen Table TCG. I'm here with Sean. Dude, Sean, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up? I'm actually going to get ahead of this and make the joke that it's early as hell when we're
It
recording this
is
video.
it is 8:30 in the morning, which is very early for Louis. Not very early. I don't like sleep until noon, but like I usually get up at 9 and we've been chatting for 30 minutes. So it's early for me when I stay up till 2:30. So but dude, welcome back. We're talking again, everyone, about Team Kitchen Fable because we are excited about Team Kitchen Fable. And we're going to do a little team roster here. We're going to talk a little bit about how the team is organized. We want to give some shout outs and highlight some of the players. So we're going to talk about each individual player a little bit. We're going to talk about the pods. What else are we going to talk about, Sean?
I think that's about it. We're going to waste no time in this. I'm going to explain very quickly our team structure, tell you who's in it, and tell you what you can look forward to as we start to release more content as Team Kitchen Fable. Yeah, Louis, do you want to hop into it, or you got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is that we are going to be producing content for both my channel and the Team Kitchen Fable channel. Make sure you go subscribe to that. We'll leave it, like, it'll be up there. Go subscribe to that. We want to introduce you to some of the people behind the scenes who are going to be helping do some of the deck techs, some of the people who are going to be really grinding it out and competing. So we think it would be fun to like just a little intro and show you some pictures, so it's not just like their Discord handle and you don't know who you're talking about. So we thought it'd be fun. So yeah, I like the idea of not wasting time. We're gonna do hockey references. I think I've got hockey references for you, and it should be a good time. So let's hop into it, dude. So I've got the roster pulled up, and talk us through pod 1, man.
Yeah, so just very quickly, our team is broken up into 3 pods right now. We definitely are thinking about expanding way along in the future, but right now, these are going to be our core 15 guys split up into 3 pods, okay? So our first pod, these guys are our top tier pilots. Like, these are guys that they can play at the national level. They can even play at the world level when they get the opportunity, like in the Fabled Collection skirmish, and pilot their decks with the best. So first, we've got, I literally don't use his first name anymore. I just call him Viserai because that's how good he is at the hero, is my guy, Zach. Zach is the type of guy that won't play publicly or even privately for like 2 weeks. He'll just be in the lab deck building, and then he'll show up to like an event or just a practice, and he'll manhandle everybody. Like,
Zach, dude, he like grinds out practice. Like, he'll be like, I goldfish this deck 250 times. I'm like, what?
At least. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And so Zach's the guy who knows that hero probably better than anyone I've ever met.
Yeah. So the top tier line is like the number one, our go-to winners. Not that we don't, think the other guys can win, but this is like, if you're on a hockey team, this is your line number one. You put this line out when you're ready to score and when you need that goal. These are the people that if they lose and they don't score, you say, what went wrong? You know what I mean? What the expectation is super, super high. So Zach, okay, and Zach's from Ohio.
Yeah,
and Zach's always also the judge in our Discord server, which is awesome.
Yeah, and then number 2, well, not number 2, but also on pod 1 is Jimmy Lee, who I'm sure if you've been playing in the United States, you know who he is. He's right now rank 3 in United States EXP, and he's the best warrior pilot that I've played with. He's very good at Dorinthia, and he's the guy who's basically teaching me Bravo. We have a group chat. We run, or not Bravo, Bolton. We've been building Bolton for like the last month. And yeah,
building Bolton before Bolton was cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're making Bolton cool. We're gonna make Bolton cool. Our theory is that someone's gonna win the calling with Bolton, and we want it to be one of us. So nice. That's kind of how we're building. Yeah, so that's Jimmy. And then right after Jimmy on the list, we've got Heath, Transmogrify. He used to go by
what is this photo that you sent me of Heath? Is Heath a model?
No, he is not a model. He's he's a German American guy, and he's a complete jokester. So he's like, yep, this is a picture of me, use this. And I think he sent a picture of a German model, like vintage vibes, everything. So it's like, all right, man, we're going to do that. Heath is incredibly creative and learns the matchups. Like he's the guy that showed up to our tryouts and I had no idea. I'd never spoken to him before. And then we're done with like the last round. We're cutting the top 8 and I'm looking at him like, who is this guy? And then I just go and watch his games and dude was playing like a 2020 Dorinthia go wide deck and was just shredding people.
That's awesome.
Newer decks. And it's just because he knew the matchup so well. Like he was playing his deck perfectly. So shout out to Heath for that. And then we've got Ruby, aka Jake. I think if you play in the main TTS server, in the main Fab Discord server, you probably know who Ruby is. Jake is an extremely strong Bravo player. I've never been able to squeak out a win against him in Classic Constructed. I have been able to inch them out on Blitz, but that's because I'm a dirty Ira player. Yeah, so exactly. It doesn't count at all. Yeah, Jake is absolutely dominant on Bravo, and I'm glad to have someone who pilots that hero so well on our team. But yeah, that's it for Pod 1 right now.
So that's Pod 1. So those are the guys that we are saying have the the highest percentage wins, the highest percentage chance, the highest percentage expectations to like pull off the win for Team Kitchen Fable. Which again, let's stop and back up. Like our goal is to win, but our main goal is like we want to help people get better, and I think we've seen that right in all those guys. They've gotten better since they started the team and started playing, and the goal is that they have a place to practice so that they can become the best players that they are. And so I think we're going to see them win some road to nationals though, which is going to be super fun. I know we've been talking about skirmishes, but like these guys are playing in tons of road to nationals too. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for that season. And I think it's also important to note that when you get to the level of play, when you're on a team like Team Kitchen Fable, like the difference in skill level is like so microscopic that if we do an internal tournament one week, the next week the top will be completely different. And so yeah, definitely kudos to everyone on the team for that. But moving into Pod 2, so Pod 2 is kind of like these are the guys that are going to spend time just deck building together. Like these guys are probably our most creative deck builders, and they're equally good pilots as well. And so I'm actually the first one on the list for this pod. For Classic Constructed, I play Bolton and Kasu. Bolton, I'm currently working on a build where I want to do on average 14 to 20 damage off one resource. And so that theory has kind of been working for me so far. And I'll see if I can take that into Road to Nationals. Definitely need more practice on some matchups. After that, we've got Chad McKittrick. He's the guy that I go to the most for new deck ideas. He's the guy that, like, if I present him with my deck, I'll be like, here's where I'm struggling with matchups, whatever. And he'll give me recommendations on what to change. He runs a mean Azalea, which is how we became friends because he was dominating with Azalea. I was like, how are you top 8ing armories? And this is like back in February when skirmish season was there, but you had a certain scene that was winning the skirmishes. So very early in my Flesh and Blood career, Chad was dominating with Azalea, and so I definitely I've always admired him for that.
So let me clarify. These are the guys that are kind of fighting the meta a little bit, trying to push the line of what's possible, trying to be creative. So if I'm going back to hockey, I don't know how many people watch hockey, but I love hockey. Kind of the more finessey, trying to go around people. They're just trying to be more sneaky a little bit, right? Like that's the idea. Deck build, create different avenues of winning and push the line of what is happening creatively. I mean, you can see we've got in Blitz. I don't know if that's what is that first thing? Is that Blitz decks? Main hero.
Yeah, it's Classic Constructed. Unless
gotcha,
it says
but still,
Blitz.
Main hero is Azalea on two of the 5, which says something.
Yeah, 100%. I think what we're going to see a lot from this group is Azalea builds and Viscerai, and we're willing to spend time figuring out if these heroes can work. We're willing to take a step out of the meta and figure out, this is a very balanced game, and LSS has designed it well. So how can we take advantage of that, and how can we surprise people when we bring our decks to an event? After that, we've got Ryan Matheson. He's probably a slight. He's a very good deck builder, but I like to joke and say that he only plays the dirty hero. So he plays Dirty, Dory, and Chain. And that's, hey, no, respect to him. Ryan, I probably practice with more than anyone on the team.
There's no Ira there.
That's true. Bring adult Ira to the game, and then I can prove to. I'm gonna actually make a video on why adult Ira wouldn't work at all.
I know.
And anyways, so after that, we've got Jacob. Jacob's like a team builder guy. Jacob's a guy like, oh, how can we all room together when we go to the calling? How do we make sure that we're all doing X, Y, or Z? Or what can I bring to the table as far as like getting everybody on Discord to practice, whatever. Jacob's that guy, and he's a really solid Dorinthian chain player as well.
He's the team favorite, the team, the heart, the soul of Team Kitchen Fable. He's the soul.
Yeah, Jacob's a great guy. And on the list, we've got Steven Rodriguez. So Steven is an absolute animal. Like Steven's probably like, along with like Chad and Zach, he's one of the top 3 deck builders on the team. Dude comes in with dude invented the Azalea mini fridge, which was like, he was just like, you know what if, because when Monarch came out, you could start to guarantee what cards you had on top of your deck with like Seek Horizon and Memorial Ground. And so he was like, why am I using my Skullbone Cross Wrap to opt when I can just use these other cards to do it and get extra block and blitz? And so what he was able to do was he was able to use pump cards to go tall and then guarantee what was going to be on top of his deck using other card effects, and then just dominate you for like 8 or 9 with an effect every turn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually insane the first time I played with him. So he's super creative, and I'm looking forward to see what he comes up with for Classic Constructed season.
That's awesome. All right, pod 3. I'm gonna introduce pod 3. You said it's the grinders, the super competitive grinders, the guys that are playing every day, playing the most, and just grinding out the content and the and the ability to just get better. So who we got there?
So first off is Kyle from Fabled Collections. Those who are watching will know from our other interview. Kyle, he is an LGS owner at Fabled Collections. He's a fantastic Bravo player, and he's also the guy that'll just like, he's a fun guy, but he'll also talk smack to everybody. He'll just be like, I'm going to win this game. Like, you have no shot, whatever. Like, and I don't know how to talk smack, so I can't even like imitate him.
He's like the nicest person, and then you get in front of him and play a game, and he just like a switch turns.
Yeah, 100%. These guys are super competitive on this team, and Kyle definitely should be on this pod. And then we've got Jeremiah, which Jeremiah, like, I remember he was playing Katsu in Blitz and Classic. Like, he was playing Katsu in Blitz before Katsu Blitz could work, and he just grinded it out, and now he makes Katsu Blitz look cool. Like, I've seen him go like undefeated at some events, just playing Katsu Blitz, and I'm like, I'll be like, oh, I'm 2-1 right now. I'm not having a good day. He's like, yeah, I'm like 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, and I'm like, doing Katsu on Blitz. Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely has mastered that hero. After him, we've got Michael Umstead. Michael's the guy that you go to get a beer with after the game. Like that's honestly, like, that's Michael. He's just a good guy to play with, and like, sometimes I wonder how he pilots so well, because he's having so much fun. Like, he's just having fun, and then he's playing well, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I feel deceived because I'll lose or I'll almost lose, and I'm like, this was too good of a time. Yeah. And then you've got
the other day, Michael. Yeah. It was Andrew and I hanging out with a couple people. We had like played a game in the Discord server, and then we were just chatting. And there was like 3 of us just chatting, and then Michael hopped into the chat, and we were just hanging out. And he didn't say hey. Like, we were like, hey man. He didn't say anything. And we were just talking, and then Michael just kept laughing at random stuff. like, but not talking. We were like, he's just here to laugh at us. Like, it was great. He's a good guy, dude. He's funny. All right, sorry. Continue.
All right,
that
yeah,
was
and then
my
we
little
got
anecdotal comment in your video.
Yeah, so we got Chad Spencer. Chad Spencer he's been playing for a very short time, and he's become an absolute animal in that short time. I can't remember what skirmishes he's done well in, but he's done well in some pretty good ones. I know he top 16'd in the Fable collections, and I know he's top 8ing. He's dominating up in his area of Canada over there. He also makes Katsu look cool, but he plays multiple heroes. What's up, Luke?
Oh, is this our only non-US?
Yeah, so Chad Spencer is in Canada, but he's in North America. Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Their hockey teams suck.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, Chad, I think he plays Chain, he plays Bolton, and he plays Katsu on Classic Constructed and Blitz at a very high level on all 3 of them. And honestly, if he threw another hero into the mix, he'd pick it up in like a week.
I played against him the other day. Obviously, he beat me, but he also was super helpful in helping me learn how to play Chain, which was awesome. Super good guy. Super good guy.
And next on the list is the guy who built Louie's chain list, Cody Fuller. And Cody is probably Cody's probably the guy that knows the rules best, along with Zach. And because he knows the rules of the game so well, he can create unique decks or lines of play just out of just from knowing what the sandbox is of Flesh and Blood and working within those lines really well. And so Cody's become a very strong player in a very short amount of time. Similar to Chad, he practices with Chad, who we just talked about the most. And the two of them, they deck build and theory craft together, and they're able to run multiple heroes because of that.
Cool. Yeah, Cody, dude, I love Cody. He's like just this cool, chill guy that just so Cody is my if you ever hear me say I don't net deck, it's because I just Cody deck. I just say, hey man, can you send me your most recent build here? And then he does, and I say, okay, can you give me literally in my chat, I say, okay, give me 3 sentences, how do I play this deck? And then I start my armory event. Like, that's what I do. That's all the work that goes in it, and it works. And I get to play a little bit. But he's a good dude. Good stuff. All right, 100%. And then we got Tyler.
Yep, we got Tyler Broughton. And Tyler Broughton, I think if you're in the competitive Facebook hub, he's the guy who started it, and he did that because he's probably the most competitive guy on the team. Dude just wants to win. Like, you can tell when you play against him. He's looking for outs. He's looking for win cons, and it's similar. Like, Kyle will talk smack, but he's still chill. Whereas Tyler doesn't talk at all, but you can tell he's trying to figure out how to beat you. And so I'd probably give Tyler the most competitive guy on the team. That guy grinds. I remember yesterday he was like, yep, I got a slow day at work, whatever. Whoever's looking for games, let's do it. Yeah, he's just that guy who's going to be looking for the next opportunity to improve.
Yeah. Awesome. So we got 3 pods, got top tier line. We've got the deck building, and then we got the grinders that are really pushing the stuff. And dude, congratulations. I mean, I don't know if congratulations seems a little extreme, but I know that there was a lot of work went into these guys to get onto the team. So congratulations to all the hard work that they put in. And congratulations, those of you who did try out and weren't able to make it. I know the comment sections are always full of people who say, man, I wish I would have made the team. It was a lot of fun. But congratulations for giving the effort into putting in the time, because that says something. And I think the goal here, if you didn't pick it up on the last video, the goal is to have some more pods in the future. And we had to kind of cut things, we had to have a starting point. So this is our starting point, and the team is going to grow from here over the next couple of years. This is not a short play for Sean. This is not a short play for Louis. We are committed to this idea of Team Kitchen Fable into the future. And so I think you'll start seeing some more people pop up on the team as more pods begin to happen. But man, this is awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what comes out of it. What's your goals here, Sean? What do you think? What's the next roadmap look like in the next couple weeks as we get ready for Team Kitchen Fable?
Yeah. So August is Road to Nationals. So we've got a few major internal events going on. First of all, we're just going to be doing one more internal tournament post skirmish season. So basically, we're getting that baseline for where we are at as a team in Classic Constructed this next week. And then after that, we're going to be running multiple gauntlets against meta decks in preparation for Road to Nationals. I won't get into all the super nitty gritty details, but we're going to be making sure to reflect on our wins and losses as we go into Road to Nationals and improve and take some by the end of the Road to National season. And from that, we're going to, and I don't even want to get into what's going on with the calling, because it's going to be like 3 weeks of just straight up like, how do we alter the meta for this one event? Like, how do we basically just take down the meta in this one event? So looking forward to it for sure.
I can't wait. I can't wait to root you guys on and get beat by you guys at the calling in Vegas. I just can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it, and looking forward to seeing you go 8-0 with a Cody decked list.
Dude, I want to go 2 I'm gonna go 2-2, and then I'm gonna drop and go have fun. That's the goal. The goal.
I'm gonna be so jealous. I honestly, like, I feel like it's gonna be so hard, like, because I remember listening to Mitch, and Mitch was like, "Yeah, it's the party week. It's the party week. It's, Las Vegas is the party." I'm like, "Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I'm going to play."
I'm gonna go 2-2, and then I'm gonna be like, well, there's no chance of me winning this, so I'm gonna drop and I'm gonna go play side events and eat pizza and hang out and have a good time. So but I will be rooting you guys on the whole time. I gotta make content, like I can't just play the game.
Walk around with your, like, what are you gonna have, a stick? Are you gonna have a stick, or are you just gonna be in your hand?
No, I got one of those tripods, that's a foldy bendable tripod, so you can stick it on stuff and then walk in and out of the shot. Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Right, cool.
But more, I can't wait for you guys to win, because that's going to be sweet. Sean, I appreciate you. Thanks for everything you do for the team. The rest of the team, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are excited I hope you are as excited as we are. And comment section, leave a little congratulations to your favorite. We could have, you can have your favorite Team Kitchen Fable player. You know what I mean? Like, we could have,
we're
like,
trading cards coming soon.
Let's start a game. We can make our own TCG, right? Like our own TCG within. It can be a TCG-ception, like a TCG within a TCG. All right. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. Sean, I appreciate you, buddy.
Peace.